Hi, Mom. This is a video that I was talking about. I'm going to start laying down. I just need to get my little stand set up. So, I hope you follow along and that this helps. Let's do this. Cool. So, like I was saying yesterday, start laying down, knees up, back flat, and just to warm up your back, drop your knees over to the right, up, over to the left. You want to keep your shoulders pinned down as best as you can. Up, over to the left. Let me just change the perspective of the same idea, but this time you're going to part your knees so that there's some more space and you can get a little bit more internal rotation with the hips. So here, and then if you like this, you can take your heel, put it here on the top, on the outside of the outside knee of the top leg. Up, same thing on the other side. Here, you're going to take that same or similar foot position. You're going to put your foot on your knee, the outside of your foot on the top of your knee. Go ahead and grab the thigh underneath and pull. The idea is to get a stretch right along here, the outside of the bent leg, or the top leg. If you want to, you can extend, but that's not so much as necessary as getting this leg here. If you're not feeling as much of a stretch as you would like, you should feel it in the glute and the outside of the hip. Go ahead and take that leg and pull the knee in towards the chest. And then rock from side to side, the leg. From here, this is where it's going to begin to work more into the hamstring. You're going to take your hand on the arch, the inside of your foot, grab it, and pull the knee towards the floor. If here, you can extend a little bit out, that'll begin to stretch the hamstring. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend and hold it out. Take a big breath in. Exhale while still in extension. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Other side. Putting the left knee up on top. You can either do the figure 4, however way you like. but again, the objective is to get the outside of the hip on your left leg. And if you'd like to go deeper into it, grab your left leg with your arms and pull the left knee in towards your chest. From here, bring your left hand into the arch of your left foot. Knee comes towards the floor. And your back is as flat as you can get. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale out and hold. And take some breaths in full extension. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Release the left leg. And go ahead and window shield wiper the knees in, rotating around the hips again. After you've done that hamstring warm up, this will make anything else that you do with your hamstrings a little bit easier because they're already warm. And instead of like touching your toes, I recommend starting on the floor because it's easier to focus on the muscles that way than I think the discomfort of having to balance as well as stretch while standing upright. So from here, go ahead and take both knees up to your chest. If you can, again, grab both feet out. And this is what they call happy baby pose. You can imagine it looks like a happy baby. And just rock from right to left, holding the insides of your feet right at around the heels or the arches. The idea here is to get the hips and the tailbone as close to the floor as you can while keeping the spine long all the way. If from here you want to play with extending the knees, you can do. And the hamstrings are already warmed up for it. But this is your supine straddle position, which is another good hamstring stretch. And you want to exhale while straightening the legs. Inhale, bend. You don't have to get the legs straight, but you do want to try and use the push of the exhale, the pushing of the air out, coordinate that with the pushing of your heels out. So inhale in, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So after you've done about 5 of those, go ahead and roll over to one side. Come on up. And then we'll do a modified, well no, this isn't going to be modified. This is going to be a psoas stretch. So the psoas muscle starts from the front hip flexor and wraps around to the back, if I'm correct. Or maybe the back and starts from the front. Anyway, it's one of the hip stabilizing muscles, and it doesn't get a whole lot of attention because most people don't know how to stretch it. So what you're going to do, sitting still, so try not to do this with areas or mist around because you know they'll be up on your face, is start with one leg straight and the other leg bent. And you want to, like if you were to have both legs straight out, this is the position that your hips are in, but you're just going to bend one leg in. From here, go ahead and put your elbow into the inside of your knee. this might be where it stops. And I can feel the stretch on the outside of my hip as I'm coming forward. So that may be exactly where you stop. If you'd like to keep going, palm is up, and you're gonna hook your fingers or at least your thumb underneath your leg, and you may need to raise your knee in order to get there. No big deal, but try to keep contact between your hand, your arm, and your leg. Your other hand is gonna reach forward, up, twist, as open as you can, reaching for the sky, ceiling, or whatever is above you, and then over. As you come over, you'll get a pretty intense stretch on the side body here, right at that psoas muscle on the outside of your back and hip. Lower back and hip. Come on up, release. If you'd like to keep with that same body position, go ahead and twist towards your front leg and try and make contact with your leg. If you need to bend the knee in order to do that, no big deal. The idea is just to keep your hip bones, the sits bones here down, nice and flat. All the way through. Good, and then we're going to switch sides. Again, starting in a straddle position. Bending the opposite side leg from how you started. Again, you may be done right here, or you can make contact with your foot, or rather your leg and your arm by putting that elbow in towards the knee, hooking your hand and fingers, or thumb at a minimum, underneath, reaching forward, up, and over. Come on up. Turn. Make contact with your foot, ankle, calf, whatever, somewhere along your leg, and then follow that same body position. Good. This is going to be a bit more of a strengthening drill than it is a stretch, but you'll still feel the stretch. So trying to sit in as wide as a straddle as you can. I don't think you'll have the problem where your feet come in too much, but you know, like you see like folks that have like knock knees and their feet will like turn in a lot like this. We want to avoid that. We want our feet to turn out, our knees to turn out, and you want to get as wide as is comfortable. So from here, arms up overhead. I'm going to move the camera back just a little bit. Arms up overhead. Try and tap your elbow to your knee. Two, 3, 4, 5. From here, still in straddle, we're going to bend our knees, flex the toes up towards the ceiling, and then press the heels out and reach forward. Bend, exhale, press and reach forward. Bend, exhale, bend, exhale. And last one, bend, exhale. Go ahead and bring your legs in. Beat the backs of your knees on the floor to sort of release any sort of tension. You can shake a little bit. From here, we're going to take one knee. You can start with your left side, bending it in. Cross it underneath the right leg, and then take the right leg over the left leg. If it's right up here in front, that's fine, but the ideal is to get it to where you can feel a glute stretch. So I find that for me it is further out. Opposite side arm from the bent leg is going to wrap around, and you're going to turn your gaze and twist your spine towards the direction of the hip of the top leg. So for me, my right leg is over and bent, so I'm twisting towards the right hip. If it's too much to bend the left leg under, you can do the same stretch and get the same benefit with the leg out straight. You're just going to have to hold your leg a little bit more with your chest because you don't have the prop of your bottom leg to counter. Other side. And what I didn't say on the first side, but what you need to do while you're holding this is breathe in and exhale. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, exhale. Try to pull your belly button in. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, through the ribs, exhale. Good. From here, you're going to take whichever leg you prefer, bent, and the other leg is going to come behind. Now, you can see my leg is sort of bent so that both of them are facing in the same direction. You want to actually pull the top leg as far over to the direction that it's from. So in this case, it's my left leg, and then rotate onto the top knee of the back leg. Hands are going to be in front of the shin, and this is called pigeon pose. I find that if the toes are under, it helps some, but it's not necessary. It just kind of helps keep your knee from sprawling out to the side like that. If you know that your toes are down, then your feet is going to be up. Here, if you like, you can come down to your elbow, you can come down to your floor. You can continue to reach the body away from in my contrary direction, so my arms are going to go out, my feet are going to go back, and this is going to get a nice intense stretch on the glute. Come on up, switch sides. So starting with both knees bent in the same direction, we're going to push the right leg over, rotate onto the toes of the left foot. Here. And stretch. If it's too much to stretch out, you can stop right here. This is fine. And if you need to, you can even get like something to prop up your hip if this is where you're at. It doesn't need to go flat, it just needs to feel like you're stretching out the glutes. After you've done that from both sides, hands flat, shoulder distance apart, knees flat, hip distance apart. Cow position, you're going to drop the rib cage, arch the back. Cow position, this is cat position. Arch the back up. Cow, cat. Cow, cat, cow,
cat, press the hips back.
And then hands can go back to the feet as well if you like. I hope this helps. Love you.